Okay, there's the chat. All right, so that's up and running. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know. Oh, come on. Don't do it. Stay with me, chat. Stay with me. All right. So just in case, so it's there now. Hopefully it stays there. But if it goes out, then that means I won't be able to see whatever you guys type. So who knows? Maybe it'll stay up there now. Sorry about that. So if there might be an earlier attempt at this that's probably only 2 or 3 minutes. The chat went out on the right hand side over here. So yay, it's there. So that's back to normal. Anyway, sorry about that, flock. As the title says, we're going to continue from the video I made yesterday. And so here we go from that. Crap, there goes my phone. And we're going to do the same as we did yesterday. We're going to blow through most of the comments, skip through most of the comments and go straight to the rares and the foils and the extended arts. Show some of these. Some of these come with this gold facsimile signature. And some don't. So I'm guessing there's a significance to that. And you'll have to forgive the chewing noises in the background. I've got two huskies that have decided that pieces of cardboard are their preferred medium of enjoyment tonight. The other two are just quietly laying down. Alright. So let's see. This does not look like a collector pack. Boom, boom, boom. So what we got is Spinal Embrace. This looks like a throwback. And foil Cleric of the Forward Order. Guess not. This is a Swamp Island. It is an instant. It also has 3 any other mana. Cast this spell only during There we go. Only during combat. Untap target creature you don't control and gain control of it. It gains haste until end of turn. At the beginning of the next end step, sacrifice it. If you do, you gain life equal to its toughness. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. So what makes me say I think it's a throwback is the fact that the older style had the name and copyright down here, whereas the newer style doesn't have that same, you know what I mean? See, here's like another throwback style. It's got the name right there at the bottom. Whereas the newer version does not. There's only 2 cards in there, right? Is there 3? I don't even see a damn opening. And it's 2 cards. Okay. Those cards. Alright. There was that. Next we got... says Ixalan on it. That's what it says. It says Ixalan. Son of Beach Sheep. Come on. Come on. There we go. Will you let go of me? God damn. Ooh. Was this a... what is this? Why is there a foil token? Is this a... Oh, this is a collector pack. Sweet. Whoa. Odd. I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a second. Alright, so those are all the commons. So we'll do this. We'll go like this, this. That's a showcase. It's a weird-ass mountain. That's what that is. I'll tell you that much right now. God damn it. Will you get the fuck out of the way? There we go. Okay. Bam. Bam. Alright, so we got... So we can't get it into focus. There we go. Then we back it up just a smidge. Just a smidge. A little more. Alright. Akawali, the Seething Tower. It is a forest, swamp, and one other. He's also a 3/3 legendary creature fungus. Descend 4. As long as there are 4 or more permanent cards in your graveyard, Akawali, the Seething Tower, gets +2/+2 and has trample. Descend 8. As long as there are 8 or more permanent cards in your graveyard, Akawali gets an additional +2/+2 and can't be blocked by more than one creature. What is that? Vigilance? Menace? I think it might, something like that. Something like that. I don't know why they didn't just say that. It has Vigilance or has Menace. So check this out. Alright, so here's a basic land. It's an island, right? Okay. Okay, now look at this. Look at this. The hell? That. To that. From that. To that. Fucking weird, huh? It's a, you know, it's a land card. Mountain. Just found that kind of odd. Found that kind of odd. Alright, here we go. Terror Tide. This is 2 swamps and 2 any other color. It is a sorcery. It is a fathomless. Fathomless Descent. All creatures get -X until end of turn, where X is the number of permanent cards in your graveyard. That's all creatures. Yours included. All creatures. Non-discriminate. So you probably want to play this when you have the least amount of creatures that may do you good if they do go into your graveyard. You know what I'm saying? Those who go under rise again as cruel mockeries of their former selves, spewing foul water and keening with sorrow. You cats are just going to be annoying tonight, aren't you? Alright. Next one. Broadside Bombardiers. It is a mountain and 2 other. They are creature, goblin, pirate. They have 2/2, menace, and haste. They also have boast. Sacrifice another creature or artifact. Broadside Bombardiers deal 2 damage equal to 2 plus the sacrifice permanent's mana value to any target. That's pretty good. So if it costs you 5 to bring whatever sacrifice you're using, you get that 5 plus 2 as damage towards any target. When they ran short on cannonballs, they went for the pots and pans. Pots and pans. Alright, next one is Deep Fathom Echo. It is a forest and an island plus 2 others. It's a merfolk spirit. 4/4. At the beginning of combat on your turn, Deep Fathom Echo explores. Then you may have it become a copy of another creature you control until end of turn. To have this creature explore, reveal the top card of your library. Put that card into your hand if it's a land. Otherwise, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature, then put the card back or put it into your graveyard. So you have a choice there. And then we get into the other ones. Nice little collector pack there. Oh, that's right, we're not done. Apparently I bought more than one collector pack. Well, look at me. Trumpeting Carnosaur. Interesting. Oh, is this part of the Jurassic Park set? It would seem so. Oh, hey, look, there's another one of those. That's pretty cool. Okay. So there's the island version. So you saw in the last one where the island it was a big sea creature. Well, here's what this one looks like. That's like that mountain version. So this is the island. Kind of looks like a floating citadel. Like literally floating in the water, not floating in the air. Imagine that. Then you got Trumpeting Carnosaur. 2 mountain plus 4 other. It is a creature dinosaur. 7/6. Has trample. When Trumpeting Carnosaur enters the battlefield, discover 5. Spend 2 any and 1 mountain. Discard Trumpeting Carnosaur. It deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. See, I don't understand that. I mean, I get that there's no real way. I mean, you could redirect the damage, or if you happen to have a circle of protection red or some dumb shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But it being a 7/6 creature, why would you want to sacrifice it when you could just use it to attack and perhaps take out a few of your opponent's defense? See, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking a little differently, or maybe there's ways to build decks around that'll, make that ability worthwhile. Here we got an extended art magmatic galleon. It is 2 mountains, 3 other. It is an artifact vehicle with 5/5. It has when magmatic galleon enters the battlefield, it deals 5 damage to target creature and opponent controls. Whenever 1 or more creatures your opponent controls are dealt excess non-combat damage, create a treasure token. Crew 2. The crew 2, I do believe, means you have to have 2 creatures, or a creature of 2 or more power, something like that. So like you could have 2 1/1s, or you could have 1 2/2. I believe that is, or maybe it's just straight 2 creatures. I like that artwork though. That was pretty cool. Next card, Contest of Claws. It is a forest and 1 other. It is a sorcery. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to another target creature. If excess damage was dealt this way, discover X, where X is that excess damage. So if you have a creature that you control whose power is 7, and you have it deal that damage to a creature whose defense is 5, that means you've got 2 extra damage. That 2 extra damage allows you to discover, which I'm thinking is like scrying. The only difference between scrying, now don't quote me on this because discover is one of them new abilities I haven't quite read up on or gotten experience with. Scrying is looking at the top X amount of cards on your library, whereas discover is like searching your library, I think. Unless there's something in this set that you're supposed to discover. Ooh, look at that. See, now that's a full art. That's a full art. Bringer of the Last Gift. 2 swamps and 6 other. Is a vampire demon with 6/6. Flying. When Bringer of the Last Gift enters the battlefield, if you cast it, each player sacrifices all other creatures they control. Then each player returns all creature cards from their graveyard that weren't put there this way to the battlefield. Huh. Now that's funny. Damn. That's a pretty cool card. Then you got Bartolome. Oh, okay, that's a uncommon. It's actually pretty cool looking. Bartolome del Presidio. Legendary creature. Vampire Knight. Huh. Oh, it's a swamp and a plains. Wow, black and white. Nice. Nice. Alright. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that Bringer of the Last Gift, that looks pretty damn sick. Huh. Alright. No, I already did that one. Yep. Okay, sorry. Okay. Now, these were put in hard card savers. So, I'm guessing there's a reason. So I'll show the golds first. And then there's 2 epics. So you'll recognize this guy. Bam! Ian Malcolm, Chaotician. And yes, that is Jeff Goldblum's character from Jurassic Park. As you can see, the little symbol there is the Jurassic Park symbol. So I thought that was pretty funny. All right, this is a mountain, an island, and one other. It's fairly cheap. Legendary creature, human scientist. He is a 2/2. A 2/2. Whenever a player draws their second card each turn, that player exiles the top card of their library. During each player's turn, that player may cast a spell from among the cards they don't own, exiled with Ian Malcolm, Chaotician. And mana of any type can be spent to cast it. You've heard of Chaos Theory. Okay. Then the other gold was Abuelo Ancestral Echo. I think that's what that says. He is a plains, an island, and one other. Legendary creature spirit, 2/2. He has flying and ward 2. Wonder if that means he can reflect up to 2 damage dealt to him in a turn. I'm not sure what ward 2 is. Or maybe anything power of 2 or less doesn't affect him. I have to look up what ward is. Spend a colorless, a plains, and an island. Exile another target creature or artifact you control. Return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Kind of sounds like a redundant ability. Bounce it out to bounce it back in the next one. Is that to save it, maybe? Under its owner's control at the beginning. I don't understand that one. Okay, so, which one is this? Yeah, let's save that one for last. Here, we'll do this one. We'll do this one first. Boom! Bloodletter of Aclazotz. Bloodletter of Aclazotz. This is a 3 swamps, 1 other. Vampire demon, 2/4, flying. If an opponent would lose life during your turn, they lose twice that much life instead. During the whole turn. Thought that was pretty cool. That was an epic or legendary, whatever you want. Mythic. They're called mythics. All right, the next mythic is boom. Quintorius Canned. Legendary Planeswalker. Quintorius. How about that, huh? That's pretty cool. He is a mountain and a plains plus 3 others. He has a level of 4, I guess, or a staging of 4, whatever you want to call that. Whenever you cast a spell from exile, Quintorius Can deals 2 damage to each opponent and you gain 2 life. +1, create a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token. -3, discover 4. -6, exile any number of target cards from your graveyard. Add mountain mana for each card exiled this way. You may play those cards this turn. See, I'm so old school, I still get confused over the exile thing. What's the point of exiling them if you're going to use them? I mean, once you use them, they're gone, right? That's what exile usually means. Usually exile means you can't fuck with it. I don't get that whole exile thing. It baffles me. Baffles me. Not understanding the exile. But I'm sure I will get it. I'm sure I will get it. All right. Here we go. Hey, look at that. Shit. Art cards down. Art cards down. Alright. Oh, hey, here's a swamp version of that land. That's cool. Alright, so I've got 3 out of 5. Sweet. I got the mountain. I got the island. I got the swamp. I need the plains and the forest. We got a Pakal, first among equals. It's an island and 2 other. Human advisor, legendary creature, 1/5. At the beginning of each player's end step, if an artifact entered the battlefield under your control this turn, look at the top 2 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the other into your graveyard. These lost children of Aclazotz are misguided, but perhaps there can be reconciliation of our ideals without war. Next. Preacher of the Schism. It is a swamp and 2 others. Vampire Cleric, 2/4. Death Touch. That means any damage kills whatever it hits. Minus you. Like if it hits you, you don't die. You just lose the points. But if it hits a creature, you're done. It's done. It's dead. Toast. Doesn't matter. Whenever Preacher of the Schism attacks the player with the most life or tied for the most life, create a 1/1 white vampire creature token with lifelink. Whenever Preacher of the Schism attacks while you have the most life or are tied for most life, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. Huh. That's interesting. Oh, look, there's the mountain. Nah. Sorry, I need a drink. Oh, that's good. Hey, let go of me. Stop it. Oh, there's another one. Unstable Glyph Bridge. 2 planes. 3 common. Artifact. When Unstable Glyph Bridge enters the battlefield, if you cast it, for each player, choose a creature with power 2 or less that player controls. Then destroy all creatures except creatures chosen this way. Craft with Artifact. 3 and 2 planes. And what do you get? Bum bum bum! Sand Swirl Wander Glyph. It is an artifact creature golem, 5/3 with flying. Whenever an opponent casts a spell during their turn, they can't attack you or planeswalkers you control this turn. Excuse me. Each opponent who attacked you or a planeswalker you control. Each opponent who attacked you or a planeswalker you control this turn can't cast spells. So they can do one or the other. They can cast spells or they can attack. They can't do both. They cannot do it. So make up your fucking mind, motherfuckers, because you're only getting one option. That's it. That's a good card to have. That's a good card to have. Oh, until you damage it like that. No, I'm just kidding. It don't look like it damaged it, but damn, that was a hard smack. Look at that. That is a full art. It's Gwent, firstborn of Gishath. It's a mountain forest. Legendary creature dinosaur with haste. When Itzquint, firstborn of Gishath, enters the battlefield, you may pay 2. When you do, target dinosaur you control deals damage equal to its power to another target creature. He is a 2/3. And that's going to do it for this pack. Oh, wait. No, it's not. No, it's not. Hold your horses. Stop the presses. So I got to show you this. I got to show you these. There's two. There's two to show you. Illustrious Wanderglyph is a plains and 4 others. Artifact creature Golem. Oh, sorry. It's blurry as fuck. How are you going to see that? There you go. How's that? Is that a little better? Should be. It's a 2/2. Has Ascend. See, there's another passive ability that I need to get up on. Other artifact creatures you control get +2/+2 as long as you have the city's blessing. At the beginning of each upkeep, create a 1/1 colorless gnome artifact creature token. Oh. Oh. As long as you have the city's blessing. How do you get the city's blessing? Is that a card? Is that an enchantment? City's blessing? See? And boom! Look at that! Look at that. That's a pretty cool card. That's a pretty cool card. How would you like to have the original sketch of that card? That would be pretty sick, right? This is Tishana's Tidebinder. It is an island and 2 others. Creature, Merfolk Wizard. 3/2. Flash. When Tishana's Tidebinder enters the battlefield, counter up to 1 target activated or triggered ability. If an ability of an artifact, creature, or planeswalker is countered this way, that permanent loses all abilities for as long as Tishana's Tidebinder remains on the battlefield. Damn, that's pretty good. That's pretty damn good. Especially if you had a card that allows you to continuously bring this back once it leaves. That way you can keep reapplying her ability. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. If I do say so. If I do say so myself. All right. I hate it when these bags close back up on themselves, because then I gotta go through the. Most of the time I pick up the cards ready to just plop them right back in the bag and close it right the fuck up, but no! That's not how it always happens. Alright. Next pack. Here. What the fuck is that? Oh, that's the sorcery pack. Alright, we're going to take a quick little detour off of the MTG. Maybe. And I guess these are a recent card game, I guess, or yeah, it is a game. It's called Sorcery. It says in Eric's Curiosa game, Contested Realm, Atlas. This is the alpha. So you got Seasoned Sellsword. An elite mortal serves the highest bidder. Avatars nearby have discard a card, gain control of Seasoned Sellsword. Minecart Madness. A rickety ride of exceptional magic. This turn, your units can move between any sites in a chosen span of land as if they were adjacent. Holy Ground. An exceptional site of benefaction and blessing. Genesis. Each nearby avatar heals 3 life. Sirocco Scorpions. Ordinary beasts with deadly stings. Lethal. They wait and watch with eyes of soot. And I'm guessing this is what, like power and defense. Wicker Mannequin. 1/1. An ordinary sprig of an automaton. Non-fire spellcaster. By twisted frame, round willow's heart. Let none disclaim my Turner's art. Swan Maidens, 2/2. Ordinary mortals of eerie grace. Airborne, submerge. Before woman was, the water awaited her. Firebolts, 2 damage. Ordinary magic unleashes a blazing barrage. Shoot 3 projectiles in the same direction, 1 at a time. Each deals 1 damage. Ooh. Blood Ravens, 1/1. A cruel conspiracy of ordinary beasts. Airborne. Damage dealt by Blood Ravens' strikes heals you. Dark wings bring dark winds. Sedge Crabs, 1/3. Ordinary beasts that scrape and sidle. Can only move themselves sideways. One will never make the crab walk straight. Aristophanes. Rimland Nomads, 2/2. Ordinary mortals adrift among dunes. Movement +1. Takes no damage from deserts. As the sands shift, so shall we. Entangled Terrain, 4. I'm thinking that's defense or something. An ordinary aura of trammeling roots. Minions occupying affected sites lose airborne and immobile. Lasts 3 of your turns. Fade. Ordinary magic of covert concealment. Give an allied minion stealth. If it occupies an enemy site, draw a card. I could pay, but then I just have to rob them again. And then we got... Ooh, one of my favorite Stephen King books. Dark Tower. An ordinary site of contemplation. Genesis. If this is the only Dark Tower you control, gain 1 this turn. Now, I don't know shit about this game, Sorcery. But I do know it's fairly new. So this is 2 cards that also came in this pack that he put in the hard pack, so I'm thinking they're pretty good. This says Runes, an exceptional sight of fire and air. What do lines on a map mean to the sand and the sun and the wind? So I'm thinking this means it's rare, pretty rare. I don't know. Yeah, I don't fucking know. However, I do know that none of the other cards in the pack were foils like this. And it's even kind of embossed. It's got an embossed look. You see that? So, And when the guy saw this in the pack, he was like, "Yeah, you know, I don't think it's one of the best cards, but it's definitely a decent banger." So this says 3/1 Gross Poltergeist, an Elite Spirit and Ghost in the Shell. Tap until Gross Poltergeist leaves the realm. Gain control of a nearby artifact and animate it. It's an automaton with power equal to its cost and has its own bearer abilities. I like that card. That's a pretty cool looking card. Yeah. And I guess one of the reasons why I went on in on this is because of the fact of Magic the Gathering's alpha set is worth so much money, and they never even knew they had no idea it was going to take off like it did. So, anytime you get a chance to jump into something that might take off for a fairly cheap price, it never hurts. And besides, you never know what could become valuable and scarce in the future. All right, back to Magic the Gathering. Back to the old magic poo. Alright, let's see here. So that's a gold. Common, or uncommon, 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 common, 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 uncommon, uncommon, common, common. There's only one gold in here? Really? Really? Alright, so here's the map portion, but it's a plains. And then the only gold we got in here is Ramus Ekor Ancient Shield. It's plains 3. This looks like it's a full art. Legendary artifact. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, draw a card. Then create a 0/3 white wall creature token with Defender. Means it can't attack, but it can block. That's what Defender means. At the beginning of combat on your turn, creatures you control with Defender gain Exalted until end of turn. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each instance of Exalted among permanents you control. Huh. Creatures you can get punched. So you would have to have a creature that doesn't have Defender, or if it does have Defender, still has the ability to attack in order to be able to trigger that ability. Still, if you're able to do that, that's a pretty good triggered ability. So that one was pretty quick because there was only one gold in there, only one rare. I do like the Lord of the Rings set, though. All right, so... Oh. Well, and see, that would be why that was the only gold in there, because the other golds were better than that one, and here they are. So you got Flowering of the White Tree. It's that oil slick. It's not your normal foil. It's, it looks like it's got... the oil slick rainbow hue. Flowering of the White Tree. It's 2 plains. Legendary enchantment. Legendary creatures you control get +2/+1 and have ward 1. Non-legendary creatures you control get +1/+1. Aragorn planted the new tree in the court by the fountain, and swiftly and gladly it began to grow. Okay, that's 1. Forge anew. Huh, this one's... I wonder if this is a showcase or something, because it's all in that little scroll. Whereas this one, this one's just in the normal border. This one has a little scroll in it. Forge anew is a plains and 2 other. Enchantment. When Forge anew enters the battlefield, return target equipment card from your graveyard to the battlefield. As long as it's your turn, You may activate equip abilities anytime you could cast an instant. You may pay 0 rather than pay the equip cost of the first equip ability you activate during each of your turns. Not bad. So, okay. So, yeah, we'll do this one first. All right, so. Boom! How about an epic? And not just an epic. How about a Sauron, Lord of the Rings? Huh? Too bad this ain't a serial. Too bad it's not serial numbered. Bastards. Alright, Sauron, Lord of the Rings is an island, swamp, mountain, and 5 others. That's right, he is 8 mana to cast, y'all. He is 8 mana to cast. Legendary creature, Avatar Horror. 9/9. 9/9. When you cast this spell, amass Orcs 5, mill 5 cards, then return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. He has Trample. When a commander an opponent controls dies, the ring tempts you. That goddamn ring is always tempting a motherfucker, you know? We're not done. Look at this cool little thing. Look at this cool little thing. Now, when this guy pulled this card I'm about to show you, he said he had not yet seen this card, and he had opened quite a few packs. And he needed it in his set. But unfortunately, I like to keep my cards, so you don't get my card. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. Kind of reminds me of the Rob Zombie-like music video kind of Ratfink kind of like artwork, you know what I'm saying? Shadow of the Enemy. It is 3 swamps plus 3 others. So that's a 6 cost sorcery right there, because it says sorcery right there. All right. That's what it is right there. Exile all creature cards from target player's graveyard. You may cast spells from among those cards for as long as they remain exiled, and mana of any type can be spent to cast them. So that means that if I can exile all those cards, all the creature cards from the target player's graveyard, and I can cast any of those spells from them exiled, and I can use any mana. It doesn't matter if they're a swamp, doesn't matter if they're an island, doesn't matter if they're a forest. Whatever mana I have available, I can cast to cast them out. That's a pretty good card. That's a pretty good card. Get another drink, y'all. Oh, hey, look at this. It's actually in the pack still. Oh, look at that. Man, right off the bat. Let's go ahead and flip that out of the way. Chow, chow, chow. Okay. I'm sure some of you might have already seen that one, but hey, we're going to pretend like we didn't. All right, first card. It is an artifact, Mirian's Safe House. Costs 3 any. As long as Mirian's Safe House is on the battlefield, it has all activated abilities of all land cards in all graveyards. Holy shit. Do you know what that means? Let me read that again. For 3 mana, you can bring this artifact out. And as long as it is on the battlefield, it has all activated abilities of all land cards in all graveyards. So if there's land cards in every opponent's graveyard, and they've got abilities that can be activated, which I do believe includes tapping for mana, this card gets it. Gets all those abilities. And as long as I have the mana and the ability to access those abilities, boom. So if there's a card that I have that can allow me to keep untapping this after I've already tapped it to access an ability, That's some major shit right there. Because just because I untap the card doesn't negate the previous action I used to tap it. You know what I mean? That's pretty sick right there. Glistening Sphere. It's also another artifact that costs 3. Glistening Sphere enters the battlefield tapped. When Glistening Sphere enters the battlefield, proliferate. Tap it, add 1 mana of any color. Corrupted. Tapped. Add 3 mana of any one color. Activate only if an opponent has 3 or more poison counters. Ah. So that's probably what corrupted means. The corrupted ability means somebody has to be poisoned in order for you to activate it. Very interesting. Very interesting. Ooh, full art. Or extended. No, that's full art. Copperline Gorge. Land. Damn, a lot of land cards in here. Enchantments and lands, huh? Or artifacts and lands. Artifacts and lands. Copperline Gorge enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or fewer other lands. Tap it, add mountain or forest. Okay. Okay. Red Sun's Twilight. See, can we back that up a little? If I can shift that down. Oh, there we go. It is 2 mountains and then X. X, as we previously discussed, basically means however many you want to spend into it. So that could be 10, it could be 5, it could be 1. So it's 2 mountains and then whatever else you want to use. This is a sorcery. Destroy up to X target artifacts. If X is 5 or more, for each artifact destroyed this way, create a token that's a copy of it. Those tokens gain haste. Exile them at the beginning of the next end step. Huh. So if you just destroyed a bunch of artifact creatures, you get to use those artifact creatures for 1 turn. Oh, look at that. How about that? Never a bad thing seeing a foil planeswalker in your pack. This is Jace, the Perfect Mind. Why is that? You see that? Does that mean creatures can be used to cast him? I think that's what that means. I think that's what that means. Oh, completed. It says it right there. Can be paid with water, with island or 2 life. If life was paid, this planeswalker enters with 2 fewer loyalty counters. Ah. So loyalty counters are these down here, which means you would only come out with 3. But that's okay because during your upkeep, you would get +1. Or you could spend 2 or spend X and activate these abilities. But just know, whenever that hits 0, bye-bye to your planeswalker. So remember that. All right. So, Jace is an island and 2 others. That's pretty cheap planeswalker. You already know what completed means. You can +1 until your next turn. Up to 1 target creature gets -3, -0. You can use 2 to target a player to mill 3 cards. Then, if a graveyard has 20 or more cards in it, you draw 3 cards. Otherwise, you draw a card. Or you can -X and target player mills 3 times X cards. Is that it? Bright Belly Rat. It's a showcase Phyrexian rat. Okay. That was the All Will Be One Phyrexian set. All will be one. Or two. Or three. Alright, what do we got here? Okay. Nothing special there. Oh. So we got a Windborn Muse. Creature Spirit. 2/3. Planes and 3 others. With flying. Creatures can attack you unless their controller pays 2 for each creature they control that's attacking you. Her voice is justice. Clear and relentless. Akroma, Angelic Avenger. And then we got Decimate. It is a mountain forest and 2 others. It is also a sorcery. Destroy target artifact, target creature, target enchantment, and target land. Tormented by her own existence, Corona turned her wrath on the world that had birthed her. That's a throwback, too. That's a throwback, too. They both were little throwbackies. And like I said, depending on the sets and the print run, some of those reprint throwbacks can be worth a bit of money. What was that one said? Time Spiral, where the throwbacks were going for pretty good money. I don't know if they still are. That, and it was, you know, a super limited set. I remember chasing those fucking packs all over the place. I had one guy back out on a deal on me, sold him out from underneath me after he agreed to sell them to me. Punk ass motherfucker. Never dealt with him again. Alright. So out of this one we got Rishadan Dockhand. It's an island. Creature Merfolk. Island Walk. That's good. This creature can't be blocked as long as a defending player controls an island. And you can spend any one of any mana plus tap the card to tap a target land. It's not hard to find work in Rashada, so long as you've got a strong back and don't ask too many questions. He is a 1/2. And then on the other side, we've got a full art Vindicate Plains Swamp 1 other. It is a sorcery. Destroy target permanent. I am the Mad One. It's a pretty cheap destroy target permanent. And that's anything. Could be an enchantment, a land, artifact, artifact creature. A permanent is a permanent. Doesn't matter. Whatever it is, whatever you want to take out, it's gone. Thy will be done. So saith the card. Alright. No, it's not Secret Lair. Oh, do we got us another? Collector pack? Nope. I bet that's something, though. You say that's a mountain? A Phyrexian mountain? I think so. I think so. So then would my rare be in here? Okay, that's a good rare. That is a good rare. Alright, so we scored a Phyrexian Mountain, which I'm pretty sure, you see, normally these aren't all that common that I know of. You know. So this could be worth a couple bucks. That's pretty cool either way, especially with the skull and the rib cage, and I like that. That's pretty cool looking. And then this was the foil I got. It's an uncommon, minor misstep, island, instant, counter target spell with mana value 1 or less. No matter how many times he saw it, Sarnbacks always relished the look of dawning horror as his foes realized their mistake. And then our rare, the Eternal Wanderer, legendary planeswalker. It is a 2 planes and 4 others. Has a 5 loyalty counter. No more than 1 creature can attack the Eternal Wanderer each combat. Exile up to 1 target creature or creature. Exile up to 1 target artifact or creature. Return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of that player's next end step. 0. Create a 2/2 white samurai creature token with double strike. So you can just sit there and not spend anything and just create 2/2 samurai tokens, white samurai tokens. -4. For each player, choose a creature that player controls. Each player sacrifices all creatures they control not chosen this way. That's a good one too. That's a good one too. Hey, get off me. Oh, and we got Draft Booster. Alright, so I'll run through a couple of these right quick. Plague Nurse. Free from Flesh. Annihilating Glare. A Spirit's Ascent. Charge of the Mites. Pestilent Siphoner. Maze Skull Bomb. Mesmerizing Dose. Escaped Experiment. Porcelain Zealot. That's what we used to call some of the drunks at PTs. Sheoldred's Edict. Atraxa's Skitterfang. Oh, we got a couple rares. All right, so our first rare, Kemba Ka Enduring. It is a plains and 1 other. Legendary creature, Cat Cleric. 2/2. Whenever Kemba Ka Enduring or another cat enters the battlefield under your control, attach up to 1 target equipment you control to that creature. Equipped creature you control gets +1/+1. Spend 3 any and 2 planes. Create a 2/2 white cat creature token. Okay. And then we got, oh, it's the foil too. Bam! Seed Core. Land. Sphere. Add any color, or add a colorless. Add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast Phyrexian creature spells. Corrupted. If an opponent has 3 or more poison counter, target 1/1 creature gets +2/+1 until end of turn. And then you got, oh, now that's pretty fucking cool swamp. Hope you ain't got arachnophobia when you're looking at that card. That's wild. Oh. Oh, okay, that was the land. And then that's the token. Token was a drone. Droney, droney, droney. Come on. Jeez. Rustvine Cultivator. Barbed Batterfist. Predation Steward. Blightbelly Rat. Orthodoxy Enforcer. Duelist of Deep Faith. Stinging Hive Master. Surgical Skull Bomb. Meldweb Curator. Titanic Growth. Meyer Convert. Churning Reservoir. Oh, that's the background. Okay, got it. All right. Unctus's Retrofitter. Oh. Guys, that's a cool water right there. That's a cool island. I like that. A Phyrexian island. Nice. Nice. Oh. I think we got another Planeswalker. Boom! Look at that. Kaido Dancing Shadow. He has an island and a swamp plus 2 others. Kaido has 3... what is that called again? Shit, what are those called again? I can't remember. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, you may return one of them to its owner's hand. If you do, you may activate loyalty abilities of Kato twice this turn rather than only once. Ah, that's what they were. Loyalty counters. +1 loyalty counter. Up to 1 target creature can't attack or block until your next turn. No loyalty counters. Draw a card. -2 loyalty counters. Create a 2/2 colorless drone artifact creature token with death touch, and when this creature leaves the battlefield, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. And that is it. That is all she wrote in that pack. That was pretty cool. I like getting Planeswalker cards. I don't have enough of them. All right. Yeah, looks like more Lord of the Rings ones. Alright, let's see what we got here. Nope, 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 nope. Ooh. Full art. Full art. Gold. Oh. Nope. 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 Hey, look at that. Nope. Stew the conies. Nope. 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 And okay. Stew the conies. Ah. All right. So first I'll show you some art cards. I want to say this is a treant. Yep. Even says it. Generous ent. Got a sphere of protection going on here. What does it say? Heroic intervention. Okay. And then you got this. I wonder if that's Aragon. Nope. Oh, Mary, Esquire of Rohan. Wow. You're not looking too happy. I'll tell you that right now. All right, let me go through these right quick. I want to save the best for lastest. Okay, and there's the gold. And then we got that. And there's that, and then that. Okay. Here we go. So we got a foil Battle Scarred Goblin. 2/2. Then we got a full art Nasty End Swamp instant. It is a common though, so we're not going to get too far into it. Then we got a full art Gothmog Morgul Lieutenant Swamp and 3 others. He's an uncommon 3/3. Gothmog Morgul Lieutenant enters the battlefield and mass orcs 1. Creature tokens you control have death touch. It's a good card. All right, first rare. How about that? 1 ring to rule them all. I thought that was pretty cool. As this saga enters, and after your draw step, add a lore counter, sacrifice after 3. So your first lore counter gets you the ring tempts you. Then each player mills cards equal to your ring bearer's power. Your second lore counter, that's my go to bed reminder. Destroy all non-legendary creatures. And then your third and final lore counter gets you each opponent loses 1 life for each creature card in that player's graveyard. Yeah. All right. And the next one. Oh, would be the Vial of Galadriel. We all saw this one yesterday, I believe. It's costs 3. Legendary artifact. If you would draw a card while you have no cards in hand, draw 2 cards instead. If you would gain life while you have 5 or less life, you gain twice that much life instead. Tap this card, add 1 mana of any color. May it be a light to you in dark places when all other lights go out. Next card. Ooh, we got an epic. Tom Bombadil. He is, look at this, guys, a plains, an island, a swamp, a mountain, and a forest. He is a legendary creature, God Bard. How about that? He is a 4/4. As long as there are 4 or more lore counters among sagas you control, Tom Bombadil has hexproof and indestructible. Whenever the final chapter ability of a saga you control resolves, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a saga card. Put that card onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. This ability triggers only once each turn. Hope you got a lot of sagas in your deck. You ready for this one, guys? Check this out. Boom! How about that? Sauron the Dark Lord. He is an island. He is a swamp. He is a mountain. And he's 3 other. Legendary creature, Avatar Horror. 7/6. Ward. Sacrifice a legendary artifact or legendary creature. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, amass orcs 1. Whenever an army you control deals combat damage to a player, the ring tempts you. Whenever the ring tempts you, you may discard your hand. If you do, draw 4 cards. That's a pretty stacked card right there, if I don't mind saying so. It was decent. Yeah, it was decent. It was alright. It was okay. Alright, 2 more, and we move on to Disney cards. And then I'll probably call it quits so I can get a little Diablo 4 in. And we'll continue on with, what do we got? Some One Piece, Dragon Ball, what's the other one? Ghost Hunter or some shit like that. Yeah, we got some. Oh, this was, Collector Booster, New Capenna. He's a rogue. Oh. Alright, so we got Riveter's Initiate, Rebel Ruiner, Tramway Station, Inspiring Overseer, Involuntary Employment, Mr. Orfeo the Boulder, Rhino Warrior. Then you got a forest. Look at that forest. That's pretty cool. Skybridge Towers. Another land. Crew Captain. Queza Augor of Agonies. Cephalid Advisor. Okay. Oh, first rare. Ledger Shredder. It's an island and one other. Bird Advisor. 1/3 with flying. Whenever a player casts their second spell each turn, Ledger Shredder connives, which is draw a card, then discard a card. If you discarded a non-land card, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. No evidence, no crime. Ooh. Extended Art Skyway Robber is an island and 3 others. It's a bird rogue. 3/3 with flying. Escape. Spend 3 any and 1 island. Exile 5 other cards from your graveyard. Skyway Robber escapes with, whenever Skyway Robber deals combat damage to a player, you may cast an artifact, instant, or sorcery spell from among cards exiled with Skyway Robber without paying its mana cost. Sheesh. Oh, look at this. Another extended art. Structural Assault. 2 mountain, 3 any. Sorcery. Destroy all artifacts. Then Structural Assault deals damage to each creature equal to the number of artifacts that were put into graveyards from the battlefield this turn, including your creatures. So be wary before you play that card. Next one. Zayatora's Proving Ground. It's a land. Swamp, mountain, forest. That's a pretty good land. Tap it to add any one of those for mana. Zayatora's Proving Ground enters the battlefield tapped. Cycling 3. Ooh, and our last card. Oh! Extended Art Foil Mari, the Killing Quill. 2 swamp and 1 other. Legendary creature, Vampire Assassin. 3/2. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, exile it with a hit counter on it. Assassins, mercenaries, and rogues you control have death touch, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you may remove a hit counter from a card that player owns in exile. If you do, draw a card and create 2 treasure tokens. What good are the treasure tokens going to be, though? That's what I'm wondering. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. Oh, hey, should really get rid of that shit. Not gonna do me or anybody any good. Don't just put it on the damn table, you jackass. You gotta find a better way of packaging these damn things. Man, alright, fuck it. I ain't never gonna get to Diablo if I keep fucking around with this gummy shit. Alright. Here we go. Oh, this was March of the Machine. We got oh. Come on, you son of a bitch. All right. Tranquil Cove. Kithkin Billy Rider. Swamp. Ickershade. Scroll Shift. Rampaging Geoderm. Top half of Invasion of Asgol. Oh no, it's a flipper. Ashen Reaper. Interesting. That was an uncommon too. Forest. Oh, look at that. First rare. Right off. Right. Okay. Palucranos Reborn. 3 forests. It is a Hydra. 4/5 with reach. 6 and the ability to use life. Transform Palucranos Reborn. Activate only as a sorcery. Palucranos. Transform Palucranos Reborn. Freed from the underworld, the World Eater resumed his endless feast with reckless enthusiasm. Okay, we're going to move those. To the back. And he transforms into Palucranos, Engine of Ruin. Yeesh. Good gravy. 6/6, Reach and Lifelink. Whenever Palucranos, Engine of Ruin, or another non-token Hydra you control dies, create a 3/3 green and white Phyrexian Hydra creature token with reach and a 3/3 green and white Phyrexian Hydra creature token with lifelink. Ah, so they split abilities and power and toughness. Nice. Okay. Next, we got the Showcase Shayna Sisei's Legacy. Human Warrior. Shayna Sisei's Legacy can't be the target of abilities your opponents control. Shayna gets +1/+1 for each creature you control. Oh, she's a forest and a plains, and an uncommon. Next is Rona, Sheoldred's Faithful. An island and 2 swamps and 1 other. Human Wizard, 3/4. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, each opponent loses 1 life. You may cast Rona, Sheoldred's Faithful, from your graveyard by discarding 2 cards in addition to paying its other costs. Excuse me. While many fought valiantly to preserve humanity, Rona wished only to strip hers away. Oh. All right. Next rare is Chrome Host Seed Shark. It is an island and 2 others. It is a 2/4 with flying. A flying shark? Well, what the hell am I talking about? When I first played, one of the first times I played Magic the Gathering, I won by giving my Iron Root Tree Folk flying and fire breathing. Yeah. Let's see, we did flying. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, incubate X, where X is that spell's mana value. Next one. Ooh. Tisa Karlov. Legendary. Oh, it's a plain swamp and 2 others. It is a legendary creature, human wizard advisor. 2/4. If a creature dying causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. So in other words, if the death of a creature makes an ability happen, that ability happens twice. Creature tokens you control have vigilance and lifelink. Her uncanny predictions of Phyrexian movements saved countless lives, though she never revealed the source of her information. Sus. That bitch is sus. Next we got, Extended Art. Path of Animist. Sorcery. It is a forest and 3 others. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards. Put them onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Will of the Planeswalkers. Starting with you, each player votes for Planeswalk or Chaos. If Planeswalk gets more votes, Planeswalk. If Chaos gets more votes, or the vote is tied, Chaos ensues. I wonder what the fuck that means. Alright, last one. Boom! Look at that. Sword of Once and Future. It is an epic. Artifact. Spend 3. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has protection from blue and from black. Nice. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, surveil 2. Then you may cast an instant or sorcery spell with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that spell would be put into your graveyard, exile it instead. Equip 2. That's a damn good card. Not bad at all. All right. Let's do some Disney cards, and then I will quit out of this and get on some Diablo. I wonder when I'm going to get my first serial numbered card. It's going to happen. I guarantee it. It will happen. Alright, there is that. Disney, Disney, Disney. Holy crap. So we're going to start with Disney. I forgot how many Disney cards I bought. I bought a lot of Disney. I bought a lot of Disney. Holy shit. Holy scheisse. Yeah, we're going to do these few little Disney packs right here, just because I said we would get into Disney, and then we will continue on from Disney to the anime. Ah. Where are those other Disney 100s? There we are. Boom. Come on, you sorry son of a bitch. Get the fuck out of the bag. Huh. So these, I don't know, they're kind of like bookmark cards or whatever. I don't know. I thought they were kind of cool, especially some of the SSRs and the ultra rares and stuff looked really cool. But these, I didn't score any cool SSRs or anything like that. So unfortunately, yeah, I don't have anything really cool to show you, but I can still show you these. So you got Belle, Ariel, right? Jasmine. Is that Cinderella? Got Bashful. Snow White. Lumiere. We are guest. We are guest. Put our service to the test. Aladdin. Belle. Sneezy. Another Belle. Dos Belle. Ah, Snow White. So pretty. Fairest of them all. Ah, Cinderella again. It's another Cinderella. Snow White with Bashful. No, Dopey. Snow White with Dopey. Belle. You can always tell Belle. She was the reader. Doc. And another Belle. Yeah, I like those. Those are pretty cool. I wish I'd have gotten a UR or an SSR because those have like really cool foil inlaid into them. I thought maybe I had gotten one. Guess not, y'all. Oh well, no biggie. I want to play some Diablo. All right, so here's some commons of the Disney 100s. I don't know if you guys have seen these yet. They span through all the, like the Disney Pixar movies. You got Timon, Gaston, Fox and the Hound. That's Fox. And that's all I have to show of these? No, I got more of these. Yeah, you'll see them tomorrow, I guess. Or in the next video. Tomorrow. Then you got Pixar. These are more Pixar, Disney Pixar. These are more towards, okay. One thing you gotta hate about doing a live stream is you gotta always knocking shit the fuck over. Stay. Alright, where were we? Alright, so we got cars. More cars. More cars. Same one. Oh, look at that. I do have more of those Disney 100s. You know what? I'm not really sure where that one's from. I don't know. That's Belle. Nemo. Holy crap, I just have these all kinds of mixed up every which way. Damn, and how many of those cards are they going to make? Same with that one. Oh, hey, those are the... What the hell are these doing in here? Sorry about that. Those don't go there. Alright, and we got Buzz. Tink. Dumbo. Jesus Christ. Alright, Toy Story 3. I think that's Toy Story 3. Oh, you got Figaro. Little Bo Peep. And Simba. Oh, that's why these are mixed up. Okay, because the good hits are in this stack. So we got a foil Toy Story. We got a foil. Is that Ratatouille? No. I don't know what that is. But they're on cat's paws. Why are they on cat's paws? What would that be? It's not Aristocats. But sorry, y'all. I'm drawing a blank on that Pixar movie. The Good Dinosaur. Jesus Christ. So look at that. And I also got the foil of this card. Not sure what these are from. SR Zootopia. Yaks. Oh, okay. I guess they're part of that. Because they got the same back. So they're part of that series. SR Toy Story. Rex. SR Zootopia. Finnick. Finnick Fox. And then an SSR Miss Fritter. Miss Fritter. And then for the Disney 100, you've got Lilu. Or Lilo. You got Lewis. What is that from? The Princess and the Frog? Right, with Tiana. Oh, Wheezy. Oh, and the lenticular. Oh, it's what's her name? Esmeralda from Brave. If you had the chance to change your fate, would you? That's pretty cool. All right, y'all. That's gonna do it for us tonight. We will continue the Disney cards. I will get these better separated. We will continue the Disney cards tomorrow. That was a weird noise. Yeah, and like I said, we're going to burn through these cards. We're going to get them done because as soon as I burn through these cards, I have a stack of unopened cards ready to rip through. And that's what my goal is to get caught up on all the cards that I have collected so that I can now get back to showing you the cards I acquire as I get them. So that's my goal. So, as always, everybody, thanks for joining me on this video. Tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your aunt, tell your uncle, your brother, your sister, your niece, your nephew, your grandma, your grandpa, your dogs, your cats, your lizards, your salamanders, your toads, your frogs, your fish, and your plants. Tell your plants. They love it. They'll grow. They'll grow lots. If I don't knock this camera down again. Piss myself off. Hey, at least the stream stayed up the whole time.